Okay, so you got the job offer, you negotiated salary, you got the salary you want, you got the job, you are on the job. So now what? It doesn't stop here. You will continue to make a good impression. Why? Because remember, we talked about earlier getting your foot in the door, learning new things, growing. For career success, you should always continue to grow. You should always continue to learn new things, and you should always continue to make a good impression. So, how do you do that? First of all, arrive on time for work and be dependable. Don't underestimate the importance of being on time. To be on time, make sure you know the traffic flow and how much time it takes you to get to work from where you live. Try to leave earlier than the allotted time. In other words, if you know it takes you 15 minutes to get to work, leave 20, 25 minutes before your starting time. This gives you time to grab coffee when you get there. This gives you time to relax and reset your mind and just prepare yourself to work without feeling rushed. It also shows that you're dependable and you are there at the scheduled time when they need you. Introduce yourself to coworkers and make connections on the job, not only because you want to show yourself friendly, but also to make connections for future opportunities. I can't tell you how many times somebody from a different department approached me to tell me about a position opening in their department. So, by making those connections, it could lead to so many other opportunities. Listen and take good notes during the training. Almost every new job has orientation training. Make sure you take good notes about the company and about your position in that training so that you'll know what you're doing when you start. Now, you're not going to know everything because you're always going to have to learn the company's way of doing things. Even if you have experience in one particular role, every company has their own way of doing things. So make sure you take good notes in that orientation training. Learn the company policies in the workplace culture. Make sure that you learn the policies so that you don't do anything that's illegal for their workplace or that does not fit in their company culture. You want to be a great team player. And so to do that, you need to learn the team culture and the team policies. Accept feedback with a growth mindset. Don't be one of those people who you're not open to feedback and you don't have any room for improvement. We could always improve on something and we could always do better. And if you really want to grow and advance in your career, you have to be open to feedback. So when someone comes and offers you feedback or some tips or suggestions on how to do things better, be open for that. Yes, learn your own way of doing things and your own way of working. We all have our own individual work style, but also be open to feedback so that you can grow in your career. Take ownership of your responsibilities. This was something that was a hard lesson for me to learn early in my career. When somebody else on my team would mess up that I was responsible for, I would say, "Oh, no, she did that. Oh, no, that person did that." When I was the one who assigned that task, but did not monitor them or give them feedback or help them learn what they were doing, I did not take accountability and responsibility. So when you start your new roles, take ownership of your job, take ownership of your responsibilities, do your best at what you're doing. I like to say it like this: work like you're the CEO of the company. When you're the CEO, you care about everything. You care about budget, you care about money, you care about how people are treating things. So take ownership of your role and how you treat, the facilities, how you treat your job. When you make mistakes, own up to it and learn from it. Be proactive. This is a big one. Being proactive is something that will definitely draw attention to you and to your work ethic and your work style. If you see something that needs to be done and nobody else is doing it, there's nothing wrong with you going ahead and doing it. No, it's not your job. But if you see something that needs to be done that doesn't belong to somebody else, and it's something that needs to be done that would save time or save money or help the company, go ahead and be proactive and do it and let your manager know you're doing it so that they'll know that you were proactive and that you are taking initiative and that you do care about the company. Being proactive will draw the attention of managers in other departments or your manager, your current manager, and will help you advance and grow in your career and could possibly lead to bigger opportunities. And you're learning something new that you could possibly use somewhere else. Set goals for continuous growth and development. That means to set your own personal goals for your career. Where do you want to be in 5, 10, or 15 years? What do you need to learn to get there? Set goals for that. If there are new courses that you need to take, new skills you need to learn, find ways to learn those skills. Find out if the company has training available. Most companies have some type of training that they offer their employees. Some companies offer tuition reimbursement. You could possibly go to college and the company will reimburse your tuition. Set goals for your personal career development and do what you need to do to accomplish those goals. Get cross trained on the job that you're at. Don't become complacent or satisfied with just that one job and that one pay. Always seek to grow and develop and advance in your career, whether it's at your current company or another company. Always try to sharpen your skills at what you're doing and do better at the role that you're in until you can get something better. It could always lead to bigger and better things.